Hello guys, this is White Wolf and we're going live. I hope the internet connection is good. Just let me know if it's not. And also we are going live just talking about quantum jumping, knowing that we're jumping into so many different experiences, circumstances, and parallel timelines, parallel aspects, but also aspects of the God aspect and the vibrations of God and the sensations of God and the emulation of source energy. And we're understanding that we're able to jump from different emotions and different thought forms and understanding that that has dimension as well. So everything has a pixel and a dimension and has a correlation and a spiritual origination over where it comes from, and understanding that everything is correlated, everything is interconnected, everything is interwoven. And we're always quantum jumping and releasing and tapping into source energy as an extension of source energy, and understanding the very fact that we are literally quantum jumping from so many different configurations of energy, but also different states of energy, and also different ways to impact the energy and to change the energy and to make impactful changes and to have complete liberation over our emotions, our thoughts, and free will itself. So understanding that is that quantum jumping is literally understanding, having the firm understanding that we are understanding the very fact and the nature and getting past the deception of not being able to just make fluent decisions and activations and actions, and being able to just combine all of that with the way of thinking and intention and drive and ambition and trying to have that desire, but also having that direction within our lives. So every time that we're quantum jumping, we're just channeling the absolute reality within ourselves, and we're channeling our higher selves, and also just becoming that source of creation that's generating everything inside of its own consciousness. But it's not bringing awareness, it's being the awareness. It's understanding the awareness and being able to put the awareness in a grounded form. And every time that you quantum jump, you are transcending the leap, because a leap is not as high as a jump, even though a leap goes a far distance. But what if you could jump really, really high and absolutely just teleport yourself into those future experiences and feel as if you're teleporting and bringing the experience forth and bringing it to yourself, and feel like you have a magnetic pull, and feeling like you're losing the sense of gravity, losing the sense of matter, but you're tapping into that psychic atomic energy, which is allowing you to quantum jump into everything that you want to become. And then you will literally feel as if you are not assuming a position. So you have to see yourself as positionless. You can't identify with a location or identify with changing how you act when you're around certain people, or you get around your family or friends, and kind of not really assuming that you're a person or assuming that you're a solid object, but really just allowing yourself to know that you're energy, that you're abundance, that you're energy, that you're truth, and that you should just always emulate the truth wherever you go. And everything that you touch and everything that you do, it should be a part of really developing yourself and learning and progressing and elevating yourself, and understanding that quantum jumping is literally just jumping from place to place to place, so that you're tapping into all of your energy centers. You're tapping into all of your chakras, but you're tapping into all the aspects of your God aspects and the vibrations of God, so that you can find the sense of sensation, but generating different sensations, generating different experiences, but also being able to generate different manifestations that are more of a cosmic nature. So understanding that you're generating a different manifestation, and understanding that the manifestation of life is you. And do you know how you're allowing yourself to be committed and dedicated and grounded, and allowing yourself to slow everything down for a moment, so that you can allow your thoughts to be a source of intention, and you can allow your source of intentions to be actions. And then you allow your actions to really turn into being very eccentric and very energetic, but also using that desire and that discernment of excitement. So do you ever find yourself, they don't understand you because this new self deprogramming? I think there's a form of deprogramming. I think it's a form of hypnotic programming. I think it's a form of not being deliberate, or not really taking a risk, or not willing to expand upon the present moment here and now. And I think you ask really great questions. But I also think you have a sense of like, maybe you're around certain energies or certain people, or you don't feel like you fit within this mold. And then when you feel like you have to pull yourself out of that, it means that you're having discernment. So what the point of this live is understanding that quantum jumping is really having the discernment of authority. It's having the discernment of action, but also it's having the discernment of like, what do I allow in my space, but also what do I tolerate, and what do I want to bring forth within this creation, and how do I bring it forth, but also how do I put it in a way to where it's not making it all about myself and taking the focus off myself so I can serve something greater than myself. And thinking about that, and I know I see all you guys. Don't think I don't see you. And also it's getting the understanding and getting the way of making a way for yourself, paving a way for yourself, but also giving yourself the split decision to have that split energy to where you can literally jump into anything that you want to jump into, and just literally feel like you can thrust yourself into it and have that faith within yourself to understand that you have the ability to quantum jump. So it's a little bit like quantum leaping, and we always use that term, but I want to use quantum jumping. And what you're doing is that you're transversing space and time, because you're not giving it a sense of location, you're not giving it a sense of position, and you're not giving it a sense of depicting a vision that doesn't really align to your vision. Okay? So you're changing the narrative and the theme, and you're changing the overall experience of it, but you're also changing the definition of it, the energy of it, the calibration of it, but also infusing it with different personalities. But it's not having disorder. It's not disorderly conduct. It's not conducting yourself with a sense of negativity. So when you're not doing that and you're getting away from that, and you're just really not subjecting yourself to that nature, and you're not subjecting to yourself to not just question yourself, but question everything around you and question everybody else's motives. Because everybody has a motive and everybody has an agenda when they're not awakened. Because it could be an agenda of being self-serving. It could be an agenda of trying to be your challenger. Or it could be an agenda of really just giving their power away to objects and perceptions and thoughts and emotions and all of these other things that doesn't have a direct correlation to what they're actually experiencing, because it's distortion and disorder and it's an agenda. So once we drop that and we don't have this power struggle within ourselves, and we're not struggling to enforce this understanding of free will, and we're not forcing ourselves to understand anything, it's really just forcing ourselves to show up. It's forcing ourselves to really just make that conscious decision to jump into every single timeline that we want to experience, and every single thing that we want to immerse ourselves in, every single manifestation, pixel, experience, and try it for once. Just try it once and see how it feels to really do that. And then everything will change around you. And then you'll start to see that everything is trying to get you to understand more about yourself, because it's a reflection. It's offering a reflection, but the reflection is not in a way of making you feel bad about how you were, but it's getting you a greater understanding of why you're acting like that, why you're going about it like that, but how can you make it better? So how can you progress, and how can you digress? And how can you really change, make a real change? Because if you don't accept change, it will always crush you in the end. Because if you don't accept that change within yourself, then that is resistance. And that's not really calling forth a new change or a new identity, a new reality, a new sense of ego, but a new sense of mind, body, and spirit. And when you don't allow yourself to do that, it's as if you're in this tug of war with yourself. And it's really the sense of letting go, and it's really the sense of tapping into your power. It's the sense of really knowing your power and then flowing with it without any hesitation or dictation of how it's going to manifest for you. So if you think about it in those terms, and you think about it in a way that allows you to be crystal clear about what you want, so that you have a clear cut of discernment and authority and action and wanting more and wanting to jump out of this reality that you're currently in, and just kind of being fed up with whatever presents itself to not be really true or vibrant or alive or there. And then you get to this point where you just don't give a shit. And it's the art of not caring. But it doesn't mean that you're not a compassionate person. And it does not mean that you don't have unconditional love within yourself. But it just means that the art of not caring is not tolerating certain configurations or energies or people or attachments. So you quickly discern why it doesn't make sense and why it doesn't really bring you a sense of joy and understanding and love. Because you should only do the things in your life that bring you love, that bring you back to your center, that bring you a sense of bringing what's worthwhile and the things that are not worthwhile. So that was my opening for the live. I hope you guys are doing well. I did a live last night and it was very well needed. It was very well suited for the people. And I did a message, and I'll also post this video on YouTube and things of that nature. But I also wanted to make an announcement with you guys. I also am changing my prices on my appointments. So it's going to be $120 for 1 hour sessions. And for $60, you can get $40 worth of time. And also I have appointment packages, and I have a psychic class for $100 and things of that nature. And I also have appointment packages. So for, I'm having to change some things up. So 120, you get 2 appointments. And I believe 140, you get 3 appointments. And 180, you get like 4 appointments with hour sessions. So I know that seems like it's a lot up front. But if you do that, you get like 4 appointments with the price of basically almost like 1 or 2 appointments. And also, guys, I wanted to really bring this point across, and also we'll do some healing energy, and you also can book private sessions with me. This is White Wolf. Just contact me on TikTok and things of that nature. So the one thing that I really wanted to get across, and I really wanted to reinforce it, and I really wanted to put it in such a laser pointed focus, is to really just ask yourself the question, do I want to keep perpetuating something that is false? Or do I want to align to the perception and the direct correlation and the true honesty and the authentic nature of God's Source Energy and the Great I Am, and really channel the Oracle of Love, Light, and Wisdom here and now, and make that decision to quantum jump so that I can leave all the other stuff behind. I can leave all the other stuff that is limiting me, that is hindering me, that is not having complete allowance and acceptance within myself, so that I can truly transcend bias. And what that means is transcending bias is not going with something that you think is right or wrong, or that you think is good or bad, but it's really just going with your resonance in your heart at the end of the day, which generates that perfected desire within yourself. And just think about it like that, and think about it with the overall intention of, what do I want to project? What do I want to create? And what do I want to direct within my message and everything that I do and everything that I teach? And if I didn't say one more thing, if I didn't say anything else at all, just know that no matter what you do, go your own way. Follow your own alignment. Have the seeking impulse, but do it in the most loving, compassionate, unconditional way. And do it with a sense of power, actual power, not a false power. Because if you have to project that, I'm so powerful, then that means that it's not really powerful, because something that you do and something that you are 2 totally different things. So something that you do is just meditation. Like, you do it because you want to get grounded, you want to get centered. But living it, breathing it, imbibing it, walking in it is just literally downloading that within yourself and activating it but also it's just quantum jumping into the perfected self that you want to become. And it doesn't matter what timeline it is. It doesn't matter what circumstance or experience or teaching that it is, or meditation or healing energy. It doesn't matter what it is, because it's all of energy and it's all of truth, and it has to really come from the direct source of God's source energy and the great I am. At the end of the day, that will give you the most rewards and the most benefits of anything that you ever achieve within your spiritual journeys, is really understanding where your energy is supposed to be. Who are you supposed to become? Are you really questioning yourself every day? Are you developing every day? Are you learning something new every day? And if you can only just try, at the end of the day, consider yourself blessed. Because you can always try from a different perspective, and you can always find something to do, something to live for, something to become. Because that's being real, that's being honest, that's being truthful. You can always find something to live for, and you can always find something to give your time to, and you can always emulate that power within yourself, and always just break through all the bullshit and the bias and all of the pretentious stuff and all of the egoic stuff and the vanity and the lust that goes on a lot in life, but also in the spiritual community, and just say that is not me. I want to be true. I want to be honest. And I never say what people need to hear. Let's scratch that. I never say what people want to hear. I always say what people need to hear. It's not flawless, okay? Never say what people want to hear. Never enable people's distortions. Never just pat someone on the back when they really need to be told, like, you have your head up your ass. And never just be dishonest or not truthful in what you do. Always treat yourself how you want to be treated, and always align to your worth. I can't stress this enough to a lot of you, because some of you are readers. Some of you haven't even started yet. And I can comfortably say that if I didn't have the willingness, if I didn't have the fire within me, if I didn't have the rebellion inside of me, and if I didn't have the passion within me to do the things that I'm doing, I would not be here. And also, I have to credit the teachings that I had from a person I was romantically involved with, and still is, because I needed that. I needed those harsh reflections. I needed those reflections of the things that I needed to clear within myself, the dark night of the soul, the darkness, and all of the emotional stuff, the emotional trauma, the inner child. It all comes with it. And it makes you a much better person. And it will give you a much better life, because it's so well worth it. It's understanding that you have been gifted a new life when you awaken. And the question is, what are you going to do with it? So they're about to hike the ball, and you have to throw the touchdown pass. But this guy over here is covered, and this guy's over here is covered. But the running back comes right to the middle, and then you lob it up to him, and he goes into the end zone and throws the touchdown. But no matter what obstacles or difficulties or circumstances or problems that we always present, at the end of the day, they are just illusions. They are just illusions to see through. And some of you will feel the power of this. And some of you will think about it and be like, I can resonate with what he said there. And maybe I cannot resonate with what he said there. But at the end of the day, you have to go with your own source of truth, and discernment, and wisdom, and understanding, and alignment. Because if you don't, you're always going to try to find all of these messages from many different masters and many different people. People are going to try to tell you how to live your life. And you just have to clearly say that I want to live my life the way that I want to live my life. I want to live my life the way that I want to live my life. I want to live my life based by my design, and I want complete liberation of my own free will and my own choices and my own actions and my own willingness to attract that life to myself, but also the ability to really face myself so that I can truly accept myself. And if you think about it in that way, a lot of people are afraid to do this. A lot of people are afraid to do this because they're not ready, but also a lot of people feel like they've already done this, and they absolutely haven't. And you would be surprised by the people that I've seen that are really, really gifted, they could have the best life ever. They could have the best understanding of achievement and success and prosperity. But the one thing is that they were not of the highest light. They had a problem with ego, and they also had a problem with only wanting themselves to be put at the forefront. And that is the deception. It's not about you. It's about how you can bless people. It's about how you can be of service to people. And it's about how you can teach people and take the focus off of yourself so that you can serve something greater than yourself and completely have a selfless path, not a past, or a past if you want to. And it has to be what you make it. You have to make it as real as you can. It's kind of like wrestling. Those guys are stuntmen, and a lot of people laugh and say that, oh, it's just fake. But when the great Khali is throwing you off of a cage that's like 20 feet, 30 feet in the air, and you're going through the commentator table, then it puts it in a much different perspective, right? You know, the pad that they have in the ring is not very soft, okay? A lot of it's for show, but they make it as real as they can. So it's just having that understanding. So we're going to do some healing energy, so stay tuned for this healing energy. And also, if you're coming into the feed, thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. And also, we're going to do some healing energy. It's Stupa Mudra energy from the Buddhists. Stupa Mudra energy, excuse me. My channeling was getting in the way of my speech. Sometimes that happens when you're channeling. Sometimes you'll start speaking a language that you're not quite familiar with. It'll surprise you. You'll start saying something that's not from this galaxy, and that's probably the best thing. Okay. And just for a brief moment, allow yourself to truthfully and honestly quantum jump into any desire, into any personality trait, into any experience. And also, if you don't even want the human experience anymore, just allow yourself to have the absolute experience of God's source energy and the great I am. And allow all of your experiences to be absolute. In everything that you are, in everything that you do, and also in everything that you touch. Everything that you want to experience is really just the development in the self-remembrance and understanding that you can literally pull the energy to wherever you want the energy to be. And if you allow that energy to become what you want to become and understand and discern and to know and to become and to flow and to really know yourself very fully, to where you're just channeling from your heart. You're channeling from the existence that is present, but you're also co-creating this next universe. Meaning that you're channeling the quantum within yourself, but also you're just having acceptance that there is wind, there is air, there is energy and allowance and thoughts and emotions, but they're all just illusions. They're all not real, but you have to make it as real as you can make it. You have to really bring it forth and bring it into a grounded form and a grounded existence to where you're able to activate the heart centers. And then you're activating the third eye, but then you're coming from the gut instinct back to the heart and then back to the causal chakra to where you're able to bring everything all the way down and then all the way up from your source of energy, so that there is a constant reception and a constant flow, and there is a fluidity within that. And then it allows you to completely have a full circle moment within your journey, and understanding that life is a circle, that everything you do is coming full circle and coming into full balance with what you want to bring forth. So the existence that the divine wants you to have is really understanding, how can I bring it into such motion? How can I bring forth the miracles? How can I set the precedence for the manifestations to come to fruition? That is where your center lies. That's where you cup your hands in blessing, because instead of drinking out of the hose with your mouth, sometimes cupping your hands and taking the water in like that, it's much more graceful. And at the end of the day, just quantum jump. Force yourself to quantum jump. Always know that quantum jumping is the heart of manifestation. It's the heart of experiencing, and it's the heart of really feeling worthy in everything that you do, and everything that you channel, and everything that you bring forth out of yourself. So always make the firm decision to follow your heart's alignment and to quantum jump so that you're able to leap into anything that you want to actualize and experience and bring forth. So everybody take one last deep breath. Exhale. Raise the vibration. Reciprocate. Remember. And become. And so it is. Okay, so I hope you guys really enjoyed that. The last announcement that I will make is that I will be doing live readings, healings, activation codes, downloads at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 10 p.m. Eastern. They're only $20 donation-based readings. So if you want to receive readings, healings, activation codes, downloads, Akashic Records, loved ones from the other side, and things of that nature, feel free to receive from that point. But also you guys can book private session. My new prices for my hour appointments are $120. And also for $60 you can get 40 minutes. So feel free to take that on if you can't do the 120. And also my psychic class is $100. If we have to do that next month, I am moving in a month. So if we have to do that next month, and depending on how many people are around for that and things of that nature, but also psychic class for $100 and my appointment packages. So $120 you get 2 appointments, $140 you get 3 appointments for hour sessions, and $180 you get 4 appointments. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, but also tomorrow I'll be going live doing readings, healings, activations at 10 p.m. Eastern. And just know, guys, you can always make the choice to quantum jump, to quantum leap, to really just want to accelerate, but also do it at a rate of speed to where you can handle it. But then it becomes more comfortable when you get off of the training wheels and then you start riding that Harley. And then you are not afraid of the speed or the velocity or the rate of speed that you're going at. And you kind of get comfortable with going at that speed because you've initiated a new state of consciousness, a new state of relativity, but also being relevant in everything that you do. So I want to thank you guys so much for the live. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And yeah. So God bless you guys. Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow I'll be going live 10 p.m. Eastern to do readings, healings, activations. It's only $20 donations, and also book private sessions. This is White Wolf. God bless, and namaste.